Hey, what's up? It's Symphony here. Subscribe to my brother Mr. Creepy as Hell channel, and when you're watching his videos, make sure you stay in one piece. Peace, peace, peace.
My name is David, and I'm a manager at a local retail store that I'm not going to really mention the name of for obvious reasons. My job as a manager has its ups and downs, and I try to make the best of every day working there as a manager. But there was one incident that almost made me want to quit, and it was something that was horrifying. It happened around the holiday season of 2022. I had just clocked in to work, and I had a lot of things I had to get done. As I was walking, there was a man that walked up to me with a dog. He asked me where do we keep the razors, and I pinpointed him into the right direction. As I was going into an aisle to make sure everything was stocked, I felt someone behind me. And that's when I felt something in my pocket, like someone was trying to take something. I turned around and I stopped the individual that was trying to take my wallet. I looked up and it was the same guy that was asking where the razors were at. I stopped him from taking my wallet and I grabbed it out of his hands. And that's when the man got extremely mad. He started to yell, and then he ran up to me and started attacking me. He managed to get 2 punches in before I punched him several times. I restrained him down to the ground, but the man was so much stronger. But that's when my assistant manager came in and grabbed the guy as I was starting to give up and held the man in a hold until the officers arrived. When the officers arrived, they arrested the man. He was placed into custody. Even though some people may not see this as too scary, but for me at that exact moment, that man had every intentions on trying to kill me. If it wasn't for my assistant manager, I don't think I wouldn't be here right now telling you this story. That man wanted to kill me, all because I stopped him from taking my wallet. I got out of my car as I was heading into our local grocery store. As I was walking by, I couldn't help but to notice a cart pusher. Every time I see one of these people, I always worried about their safety. But then again, I may be reflecting on myself when I used to work at this exact same store. It was 15 years ago. I had just graduated high school. I was 18 years old. I got a job as a cart pusher. It was a great job. Sure, it had its ups and downs, but it was an okay job and it definitely put money in my pocket. On a particular day, it was in August and the weather was a scorcher. I remember drinking plenty of water and applying sunscreen when a homeless man came up to me and asked me something. "Excuse me, do you have any change? Spare change or anything?" I turned around and I smelled alcohol. It reeked it really strong. I looked at the man, and even though I wasn't really allowed to give people money while clocked in on a job, I looked around and I gave the man $5. "There you go, sir. That's all I can give you. Hopefully that's something." He didn't say anything. He didn't even thank me. He just walked off. I thought that would be the end of it, and I got to working. A few moments later, I noticed I heard someone yelling. I also heard footsteps as well. I didn't even have time to even turn around when I felt a sharp pain coursing through my back. And I felt wetness on my back. It was blood. I turned around and I saw that homeless man. I don't know what got into him, but he had this rage in his eyes. And then he said to me, "You cheap motherfucker, you could have gave me more money, you selfish piece of shit." And then the man began to punch me repeatedly before Good Samaritan stepped in and held him back. The last thing I remember was falling down to the ground and seeing a bunch of people calling 911 and everyone looking at me. I remember people were trying to talk to me, but I was going in and out of consciousness. The last thing I remember was blacking out. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. I was surrounded by my mom and dad, and my older brother. The moment I woke up, a doctor came in and he told me that my injuries were not life-threatening, that I should make a full recovery. A few days later, I got out of the hospital, and the guy that stabbed me was hauled off into jail. As I'm telling you this story right now, the man is serving about 25 years in prison for what he done to me. As for the job, I left and I got a different job at the time. I'm thankful for the good Samaritans that stepped in and helped me, because if they hadn't have done that, this man would have succeeded and he would have killed me.